Hey guys, welcome to another video on my channel. Today we're going to try something fun, which I have personally never played before, which is Blindfold chess on chess.com. And this works in a way that you can simply not see the pieces, but you can see what was the last move and you can see what he did, or at least guess according to where the pieces were before that. So yeah, this is going to be pretty difficult, and yeah, we're gonna play Martin, of course, so maybe against Martin it should be easy. We are playing with the white pieces. I'm gonna start with e4 here, and let's see. Okay, e4, e5. Let's play the Vienna here, knight c3. So up until this point, familiar with what's happening. He plays c6, which is actually interesting. C6, very interesting. What do I do against c6? I'm not actually sure. I'm just going to play bishop c4. Let's see if he pushes b5 or d5. Okay, he doesn't. Wait, is that... Did he just play king e7? Is this, did Martin just play king e7? Okay, there's a pawn here on c6, so I should not forget that. Okay, well, this is strange. Okay, my knight is here, and my bishop is here, and his king is now here. Maybe I simply play d3, trying to go bishop g5. Okay, let's start with d3, and let's see. b6. Okay, so he pushed both of these pawns right now. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna play bishop g5 and hope that he blunders his queen here. He can still block with f6 or knight f6. Okay, he plays f6. He's smart enough not to blunder. So if I go queen h5 and he takes my bishop and I go check, is that something good for me? Let's see, what is the position? There's two pawns here. Okay, I can check. Is there anything here on d6? I don't think there is there? No, I don't think there is. But then I can maybe... Okay, so let's see. There. So he still has his dark squared bishop here on f8, doesn't he? I think he does. I'm gonna go queen h5. I'm not sure if this probably doesn't work. Okay, he goes knight here, which I can simply take, and I think that should be fine for me, because now I can give this check, and he has to go king d6, I think. Only move, yeah, and then I can probably... Do I take here? No, I can't take here because there's a queen here on d8. My knight is here. I can't really give a check because there are two pawns here. So let's see, his king is here. This is confusing. Very confusing. Do I just castle? I mean, do I just castle? There's a bishop still here. There's a rook here. I wish I could take this pawn. Is there some way for me to enable myself to take that pawn? I don't think there is there? Okay, I'm just gonna castle. I don't know. I can't castle because there's a knight here still. Yeah, knight g1. Yeah, for sure. Okay, there's a knight on g1. So my queen is here, right? And his king is here. I can't go here, so problem. Okay, I'm gonna go knight f3. King c7. Okay, now this pawn is just completely hanging, I think. I believe that pawn is just a free pawn. I'm gonna take it. I'm not sure. Is there like a fork? There was a pawn there still? Yeah, there was a pawn there still. Yeah, the pawn was never... I took here and the pawn was never gone here. He took back with this pawn. Okay, that is cool. Yeah, very interesting. I knew that by for sure. Okay, well, I mean, there's still a pawn here too, I guess. I guess there's like... His pawn structure is now... I think like this. Is that correct? He has a bishop here, a queen here, a rook here, a rook here, a knight here, and a bishop here, I believe. That's like all of his pieces. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna castle. I don't know. I lost a piece. I don't know how or why, but sure. Okay, he goes queen f6. He wants a queen trade, which makes sense. How do I stop it? Do I stop it? Probably have to play queen h5, I think. Do I have to play queen h5? I think I have to play queen h5. Wait, is that a free queen? No, he still has a pawn here, right? Yeah, because he took like this, so his pawn's here. So if I take there, he can just take, and then that's probably not good. So okay, wait, he doesn't have a pawn here. He took like this. Is this a free queen? This is so difficult. I don't know. Is this a free queen? I think it's a free queen. Yeah, that's a free queen. Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, sure. That is very difficult to see. Okay, this piece I can probably take, because that is now a pawn, because that was where I put my knight and he took with the pawn. So I can take, and then there's bishop here, and then yeah, I can probably just take, right? Takes here, like here maybe, protecting this pawn. Okay, let's take. I think it's fine. He will probably play bishop d6, I suspect. Okay, he doesn't play bishop d6, he plays king d8. Okay, well, I don't really remember the situation on my queen side. I think, okay, so I developed my knight, and I developed my bishop, and I took the bishop. So I think there's only like a rook here, and other than that, like I have a knight here. I can actually, that's funny, I can actually, oh wait, that's just a free rook. This is incredible. This is such a difficult thing to do. Okay, let's see. There's a queen here on e5, and his king is here, and there's a bishop here. So I can probably check here. Do I? Can I? I probably can I? What about this pawn? Oh, I can't take it. There's a bishop. Okay, so probably this, and then now we probably see bishop e7. Yeah, we finally do. Do I have some sort of knight sacrifice or anything? I don't think I do I? I do have this move maybe, and then I can like discover check and have some fun. Okay, he doesn't allow it. Is there like a pawn here? I think there's like a pawn here, right? I think that pawn never moved, so. D5. Okay, I have a bishop here, so do I? I think I have a bishop here. Why am I not allowed to? Oh, I don't have a bishop here. I have a bishop here. Yeah. Very nice. Okay. Well, okay, I'm up 14 points in material. I'm definitely winning, but this is not easy. It gets more complicated the further you go, because now the position is a little bit difficult to manage. I don't really remember, like, his king, he just moved, like, his king to c7. There's, like, a pawn here right now. His bishop is, like, here, I think. Isn't his bishop here? I have a queen I can take. I probably just take this. I don't know. I don't really remember. Is his king? There's like still a pawn on d7, right? I think he just moved d5. So his pawn went from d7 to d5, and his king is probably on c7, right? So I think I can just take this. I think it's a free bishop. I don't know. Okay, apparently it is. Okay, now I can go here and pin the knight. Okay, he just ignores it. I think I'm close to checkmate. I think I'm very close to checkmate. Okay, there was a bishop here, apparently. Yeah, okay, very nice. There was still a bishop here. Okay. He threatens this, I guess. Maybe I can just, I don't know. There's like two pieces hanging right now, right? Because there's like a pawn on d4. I can do this though, maybe. Okay. Yeah, if he moves, yeah, this is annoying, huh? Okay, let me go back and just take. Okay, he doesn't take, which is interesting. Okay, then probably I don't really recognize where my, okay, this is probably a pin, right? Because he moved his king back. Okay, now he moved his king away again. My pawn is still here on e4, right? I can push it actually. Okay. Yeah, I'm a bit lost in terms of what's happening here, but I guess I can just go back with my knight, and I guess like my rook is here, my king is here, my rook is here, my knight is here, my bishop is here, so probably like bishop, like a4 or something, I don't know. Okay, now he plays his king up again, and isn't that is there something here on d3? What is here on d3? Is there like a pawn or something? I don't know. Okay, his rook is here probably, right? I don't understand. Why can't I move rook d4? What is the reason I can't go rook d4? I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm just gonna play like g3 or something, knight g3. I don't know. Okay, he pushes his pawn. That is just a free pawn. I mean, yeah, I think it. Okay, it's not free, but yeah. What about this move? I don't know. Is there like en passant? Okay, he takes. Then I guess I can take back. I think this is fine, right? Okay, he goes here. He goes for the outside passed pawn, which makes sense. Okay, let's put a rook here in the center, I guess. Okay, his king goes back. I can still not. Okay, so here's a pawn. Here's my pawn, which makes sense. But what is the reason? What is here on d3? I must have I must have my pawn here or something, right? Okay, I'm gonna go here and try to take the d4 pawn. Okay, I think I just took the d4 pawn without too many problems. Okay, I have my bishop here, my knight here. Like you can cheat a little bit by clicking some squares and seeing where you can move them, because like I can notice that this is a knight, this is a bishop, so it's not completely blindfolded, at least. Yeah. Okay, I'm probably gonna go here and defend my pawn. Okay, he goes there. Let's put a rook behind here, and yeah. Okay, he just threatens to promote. Okay, now I'm probably... Okay, wait, is there something here? Don't think there is there? No, I don't think this is dangerous. I can probably just take the pawn here on a3. Okay, he goes here. That's a free rook. Yeah, cool. Or at least he can take back with his king, but yeah, for sure. So I'm not very convinced about his pawn structure. I don't really remember where all of his pawns are, which is a bit difficult. I think I can just push my pawn though. My rook is here. My rook is here. So I can probably just keep pushing. I don't know. Okay, so there was a pawn here on b7 still, I guess. Or is this a king move? Maybe this is a king move. Okay, that's a king move. A king's or pawns don't move sideways. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, now I can make a queen. Is this stalemate? Probably not, right? Do I have a checkmate here on the board? Let's see. There. Okay, probably this, and depending on where he goes next. Is this a mate? Not yet, right? Almost. Is this a mate? Yeah. Okay. Wow, this is something else. This is something else for sure. Okay, let's analyze this game. I'm very curious. Okay, let's see. we played with an 83.2 as a 1500, so it's not even that bad. That is actually decent. Okay, this is something else. I don't know. It is very difficult to see what is going on here. Apparently d4 is the best move here, and b6 is a mistake. Bishop g5 is fine, f6 is fun, queen h5 is just hanging a piece for no reason really, I guess. Oh, you can go here apparently, this is the best move. Wow, interesting. And after trading and going back, he's probably just fine. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, he played knight h6, which is a mistake because I can do this. And apparently here, giving this check is really not worth a whole lot of things, which is fair because he can probably just escape. So f4 is the computer move here. Yeah, I decided to check anyways, and apparently here you can go knight here. Really, what? That is even what? That's insane. What is knight d5? And then something like this. What is this that good? Oh, you can take a rook. Okay, wow. Okay, well, I mean, I didn't play knight d5, I played knight f3 like a human, and then for some unclear reason I thought there was no pawn here on f6, which is, yeah, not true. So I just lost a piece for no reason, and then he just played queen f6, and I was convinced that I had to play queen h5 until I realized, wait, there's no more pawn on g7, and I could simply take it, so yeah. Yeah, and then I all of a sudden realized, wait, I have a bishop here on c4 and his rook is on g8, which is another very funny thing. And yeah, To be fair, we did quite well. The only thing I forgot here is that there's a bishop on c8, so I took with the queen, and for some reason I decided to, yeah, that was not very good. And also here, I played rook d1, I don't know why. I think I just kind of forgot that my knight was hanging. Which is, that's something, I mean, I think if you play higher rated bots, this becomes maybe on a way a little bit easier, because Martin just plays the most random ass moves ever. And sometimes, you know, I mean, just very strange. So that is definitely true. And yeah, I mean, we did some things. I mean, here, obviously, a lot of these moves are not very bad, definitely not bad. But they're definitely not moves I would make in a real game if I had vision of the board. Because, I mean, it is very difficult to... yeah, it's just very difficult to analyze what is happening, I guess. But we found a mate, which is very nice. Yeah. I mean, overall, this is a pretty good game for playing blindfolded. I mean, we did have some cheats, of course. We could see where the pieces could go, and yeah, you know, just a little bit of cheating. But still, it is. I'm pretty proud about this game. Pretty fun to see that blindfolded. You can still play a fairly decent game of chess. So, okay, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you in the next one. Bye.